What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Gaming. Welcome to episode 22 of Gaming at its Core. This is the second episode of season 2. I'm here today joined by Online ZHD
What's up, guys?
and also Mealkick Media, aka Dan.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Yeah, so, like we said last week, we wanted to do this thing where we kind of like rotated through the members of Gaming at its Core. This way, we wouldn't have like all six members in an episode at once, because when we did that, it would feel kind of like a round table, everyone giving their thoughts, and then we would just like move on to a different topic instead of it having like an actual discussion. So today, Blue was, I think Blue was kind of like sick or something. He couldn't join us today. And then last week we had Josh and Ryan. This week we have Dan. So yeah, this week it's me, Brandon, Dan. Next week, it's going to be someone else within the Gaming at its Core members. But yeah, once again, we wanted to continue with our new plans for the channel and, everything we wanted to do with the podcast. We promised consistent uploads every single week, and we're obviously going to try to deliver on that. We were going to record yesterday, but, we had some like issues with timing and everything like that, so we're recording today. You'll get this episode like on Monday or something like that. But yeah, we asked for like some questions last time. We got a few questions, and we also asked for some like segment ideas. If you have any of those, of course, make sure to leave those down below in the comments, because we're still kind of like shaping things up with Gaming at its Core. Like it seems like every week there's kind of like something different we're doing. Kind of like adding something new. We have a new segment that we kind of added today. This one I kind of just thought of, but like I don't know, we might change it up a bit. Basically, you'll see this segment later on in the show. It's like the viewers give us 3 games that are kind of like similar in a way, or they think that are like of around the same quality, and then within those 3 games, the members that are doing the podcast, we basically pick 2, and then like we kick 1. Like you'll see what it is later, but
It's been on Twitter a lot, so I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
you'll recognize it when you see it.
Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, I think we should get started. Like every week, we start with what has everybody been playing for the past week. So I'm going to let Dan start this week. What have you been playing?
Just been mainly playing, 2 games, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, Far Cry 5, been playing quite a lot of. Recently finished that. I mean, I'm not going to try to get too in-depth at it, because I recently did it. I somehow managed to make a 22-minute review for it, but yeah, I thought the game was pretty average, incredibly boring in places. Like, I feel like the first 4 hours were boring, but then afterwards it's just such a grind. It's such a grind to get through, and the game itself is just, I don't know, because there's literally no story to it, and the gameplay is so samey. It's like it's so hard to play. I don't even know how I managed to finish it, and then the ending after all of it's shit as well. So yeah, I spent a lot of time playing that. Recently, literally just before we were recording this, I finally resumed my playthrough of A Way Out, which I haven't played for about 3 months. Blame Declan for that one. It's not my fault. Not my fault at all.
Yeah, Josh's brother.
Josh's brother. It's
Josh's
Josh's brother's fault. It's not mine. I promise. But we're currently like on the last bit of that. I'm pretty sure I've got like half an hour to go. I don't know.
You're close.
You're really close to the end.
Yeah, I'm just surprised at this point that I haven't been spoiled on what the twist is, because this game's been up now for almost like, what is it, 4 months? Yeah, it's like.
Wait, how do you know there's a twist?
Well, I don't know the ending. I don't know what the ending is at all, because I've just refused to go near any spoilers. But I've really enjoyed this bit especially. I mean, I've enjoyed the game quite a fair amount, but like this area that I'm on at the moment is really good here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's it's like the end. I feel like with The Way Out, it's just like it builds up, Well, I mean, I guess the middle part, there's like a few slow parts in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
there are a few chapters that me and Justin kind of found slow, but besides that, it's a pretty well paced.
Especially the ending, though. It's like the ending is really where it picks up, and it's like crazy plot twist.
Yeah. So. But no, I think it's pretty good so far for what I've played. Probably will try and maybe beat it tonight after we record this, probably. So I can.
Yeah, you should live stream it. So I can see it.
Yeah,
cool.
God. Hopefully there'll be no more mess
that.
ups like we did when we live streamed it literally beforehand with fucking delivery guys invading the live stream. But
you should tell that story. I'll tell it.
Oh god. Basically, as we were playing on the final section, there's an area where one of you has to take over a sniper and give cover fire. The other one has to like move through this little area. Basically, I was on the sniper. Declan is trying to move around this area. He ordered Chinese takeaway. It arrives at just that time, and then you can hear them banging on the door, and then he has to fucking leave whilst I'm trying to keep him alive, and then I can hear in my headset. No one can hear on the live stream, but I can hear in the headset him talking to them, and the delivery men just laughing at him. And it turns out because where he games is literally at the front of his house, it's got a massive window so everyone can look through. And it turns out that the delivery guys were just kind of just casually staring through his window, just laughing at him because of all the noises he was making. So basically, they were just perving on him. The perverts. But
Perverts.
but no, it's been pretty good so far. I've enjoyed from what I've played of it. Obviously, I played a little bit of FIFA. I'll hold my hands up to that. I've played FIFA because I'm a casual, as always. And then I've also played a bit of Uncharted multiplayer. Uncharted 4.
Damn, you still play that?
I know. I know. I don't even know why I played it. I think it was because I was just bored and I saw The Lost Legacy and thought, I'll just play multiplayer. I played about 3 matches, destroyed a bunch of noobs, and then I just kind of stopped.
Justin, you remember when we were trying to get like the 100% in that game, like the co-op stuff? That was like last summer, and it's already been like a year since then.
Yeah, we're like asking Metzloom to help us. Shout out to Metzloom.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Because Metzloom's like a god in that game, but we still couldn't beat. Because they freaking like nerfed out all the strong guns to help like that beat that level, and like they made the boss so hard. It was insane.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because that's where that one stage, literally, there's like 10 stages that you need to beat on Crushing to get all the trophies and shit. I've beaten like 7 out of them with 3 stars.
Oh my god.
So I have the final 3 and like I just can't.
No, I've not even got any of them. I couldn't be bothered.
And you're going to college in like a month or so. So like,
I'm not gonna
I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. Yeah.
What a shame.
We have to like grind if we want to get that.
I wanted to get. I mean, yeah, it's like I have the 100% in Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, but Uncharted 4 is like 96. Kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh well.
It's so stupid because it's like if you die once, you're basically screwed. You're not gonna get.
You're
it
practically screwed. Yeah.
You have to start
you gotta
all over.
revive and all that. Yeah.
Because I remember there was
That's
once
funny.
we were really close, and then we died, and then it's like, oh man.
Yeah. I want to respond to Dan because he said earlier that he was playing Far Cry 5. Like, I'm still like halfway through that game. Like, I did like a little like impressions video about it, and I said I was like halfway through. I legit didn't like touch the game ever since.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the missions are like just the
yeah,
same.
honestly, it's so boring and monotonous to get through because of the fact that what I don't like is the fact that obviously the game gives you all this freedom to like do missions in any order that you want. But as a result, the story is just so awful because every cutscene has to be made knowing that not every player is going to get them in the same order. So there's like no real narrative thread. Like the fact that it doesn't address anything you do in any of the other areas, it just made the world and the story feel really artificial to me because of the fact that there's no thread. It felt strange, and like the villains as well. I didn't even think were that great. The only one that really was memorable was Faith because of the fact that every sequence with her is kind of like in this drug state. The other two, I think, what is it? John and what's his name?
Joseph's the main guy. John, and then the other guy, like the military
John
guy, right?
and Jacob Seed, I think.
Jacob.
Those two I just didn't like. I found them really boring and bland. And then I don't know. It's just the game in itself is just for story wise, it's just so shit. And then the endings are awful. I'm guessing you already know what the endings are, don't you?
No, I don't even care. I've heard it's trash. Though.
No, it's literally in both the endings. All I'll say is that they both suck balls because they both render your actions completely useless in the game.
Oh,
it's basically a carbon copy of the Far Cry 4 endings in terms of what they mean, except basically that they're so poorly done because the story throughout has been so shit and the villain's not that interesting. So when you get to it, it just feels undeserved. That's all I'll say for it. It's just awful.
The game just comes across as like unmemorable. Just like with its missions, based on your character doesn't speak. Like there's not much going for it.
And then what I don't understand is with the story missions. Obviously, you have to earn a specific amount of points in each region to unlock like an encounter with the main villain. But when you get to that encounter, it's like the game takes you out of whatever you're doing to do it. It feels really strange.
Yeah, they send people to like drug you, and like you're practically useless. Like one bullet hits you, you're drugged.
It's
and
just
dead.
stupid because it's like,
or like dragged.
Because oftentimes I'll be trying to do a side mission, and then fucking hunting squad comes after me, shoots me with one bullet, takes me out of what I'm doing because it's fucking story time. It's bullshit. I honestly hate it. I would never replay that game because it's like I thought to myself, do you know what? I might replay it just to get the other ending, and then I go to the main menu, and you can't have multiple save files. You can only have one.
No, you can only have one save
Yeah.
file.
Oh, what the
Wow.
fuck?
Which is bullshit.
I mean, you could like save it on the cloud or something.
That's what I tried doing, but I've already done it with another game, and I couldn't really be arsed.
Far Cry 5 had like such a promise when it first got announced.
Yeah.
Like, of course, it's Ubisoft and like typical open world, so you had to like be cautious. But
Yeah.
like, it just seems so different from like all the other like Far Cry games where it was
Yeah.
like all like these like tropical islands or these tropical areas. This is
Yeah.
like in the Midwest, Montana.
Yeah,
But
like present.
they just had so many bad decisions. Like they need to. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's clear that they don't care about the story anymore because like what they're chasing after is like all these YouTubers making funny moments or
Yeah.
like everybody having
It's
fun just
basic.
playing the game.
It
and
feels
doing
like
whatever
they're
they
just
want.
trying to make a first-person version of Just Cause. That's what it feels like at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It feels just like Just
Yeah.
Cause. We're just trying to blow
But
stuff
the
up.
difference is that at least with Just Cause, it actually works around it because the game never at any point takes itself seriously. Far Cry 5 tries to do that, but then at random points it's like, oh, we're so dark and serious, and then the endings are just fucking abysmal. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me because, like, they are very similar games, but I just found myself more engrossed with Just Cause 3, especially, than Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is just... Like, the only good things about 5 are, I think, the presentation, in terms of, like, the open world, the music, like, how different the areas feel. I'll give them credit for that. That bit, they've obviously... It's still as good as it was in the other games, but it's just... Almost everything else is just awful, especially the story. Because I mean, I love 3 the most. 3 is my favorite because it has
3 is
because
awesome.
it has undoubtedly the best story. And then 4 was a bit of a disappointment because the story, although at least they did tell one unlike this fucking game, it was just not very well done. Here it feels like such an afterthought. Like I just hate
3
it.
was so good. Like you cared about the story, you cared about
Yeah.
Jason in a way, and like just all the missions were still very fun, and you still had
Yeah.
that sense of like being able to do what you want, but at the same time like it knew that it had its
Yeah.
story and characters at the core of it still.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
awful, man. I'd rather just fucking forget about the game. It's awful.
Yeah. It's crazy. They've had like Far Cry 4, which to many people was a downgrade from 3, and then they had Primal, and now they had 5, and it's like just 3 games after 3, and they can't get it right again.
Yeah. They just need a break.
And it just seems like they don't even want to
Yeah.
at this point. Like obviously they're not trying to recreate Far Cry 3 or like trying to
Yeah.
get as close to that.
I think they need
they
to
don't
take a
want to.
break. They need to just have a 4-year break like they did between 2 and 3 and figure out that what we actually want isn't to just do random shit to the point where it becomes boring, because that's not working. You need to change it up, because that was what was so good about the Far Cry games, was like the first 3 are so radically different from one another. Like Far Cry 1 is quite a linear experience. Far Cry 2 was more open. It like had all these more realistic simulation experiences, like with malaria, the fact that your gun's jammed, the fact that they had to load your progress at safe houses. And then Far Cry 3 was more of like a typical open world with an actual like in-depth story. Like they were all so different from one another. Whereas if you showed like any general person Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4 or Far Cry 5, they wouldn't really see much of a difference because they've literally just been copying off 3's formula. Like it's just shit.
Literally. Like all the animations, just everything
Yeah.
just seems like a reskin, and then just like everything else is just like a
Yeah,
downgrade.
it's just
And like, have you seen those videos where they do like the side by side of like the kind of like the attention to detail, and like it seems
Yeah.
like Far Cry 3 has a lot more detail than Far Cry 5. It's like,
yeah,
how is that a
God,
thing?
Yeah, especially 2 versus 5. Like when they were doing stuff like shooting
Yeah.
branches off trees and like God,
I know.
it's ridiculous. It's like it just makes me depressed.
Yeah, it's gone down under.
Yeah, God. But,
Anything else you've been playing, or is that about it?
that's pretty much about it. Like I said, just that, A Way Out, FIFA, and Uncharted. That's literally all I've played.
Yeah. It'll be cool to hear your thoughts next week or the next episode you're on about A Way
Yeah.
Out. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, if I actually beat it, if I don't go on another fucking 3-month
Yeah,
skint
go on
of not
the
playing.
Let's hope
giant-
not.
Giant breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go back up.
Hopefully you can finish it out tonight or something.
Yeah, but I hope so. This is
Yeah,
complete.
I want to play it again tonight.
Yeah, this is completely reliant on Declan though. So if we don't do it, blame him. Blame Josh McKenna's brother.
All right.
Oh man.
You've heard it here.
All right, Brandon. How about you?
All right, so I'm gonna get the casual games out of the way. I mean, obviously, I play like very minimal Fortnite this week. I barely played it at all. I've been trying. So Switch got a new free-to-play game, Paladins, which you guys probably have heard about on the PS4, and it actually runs at 60 FPS on the Switch at least. So I've been trying that out, and I think it's honestly probably like the best multiplayer game on the Switch. I played a few matches with Fox. That's been pretty cool. I got so close to playing Hollow Knight again. I really want to do that soon, but I haven't played it, so I can't really mention it. I've been playing more SMT Nocturne, emulating on my PC. I think I'm about close to halfway through that RPG. That's like my main single player game, at least right now. And then also, we'll talk about this later, but I have gone back into No Man's Sky since the new update, so I'll talk about my thoughts later on that.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
The big No Man's Sky update.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Fuck this update.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess
That's pretty much been
I'll
me.
go. Wow. I'm gonna sound like the fucking most casual gamer.
Someone's
Even
actually.
worse than Dan.
Someone's gonna be more
Even worse
casual
than
than me.
Dan.
Let's go.
Yeah, worse than you this time.
Where's Blue? We need some like actual like single player games up in
Fucking
here.
Blue, when he's like, Blue, what games have you been playing? Goes on fucking like 10 minutes of talking for like 10 hours of this, 10 hours of this, 10 hours of this.
Actually, I could speak for Blue. Actually, no, he hasn't played on the Switch in a while. Never mind. All right, go Justin.
All right, for me, let's see. I played. I guess the game I played the most this week is probably just Fortnite because I've just been playing with school friends.
Yeah.
Just like friends that I haven't talked to in a while. I guess. I've been playing Fortnite with them. Yeah, I played some squads matches and then some duos. Other than that, here we go. Here I get roasted. I've been playing NHL.
Ooh.
And it's not even the most recent NHL. It's like NHL 16 because I'm too
Casual.
Fucking new.
Who does NHL? Is it 2K or is it
No.
EA? EA. Okay, I was gonna say.
'Cause,
Like they barely talk about NHL. I swear you hear about Madden.
yeah, you don't
and-
know because
and
it's like
FIFA,
you only hear
but,
about FIFA, Madden, and then they'll like try
Yeah.
to show off the NBA to like compete against 2K, which never works because
Never works. Yeah.
everyone likes
Alright.
2K for NBA.
Wait, which did you buy? Did you? I know you mentioned this. Did you end up buying like a newer sports version, or are you still playing
Oh, NHL.
16?
NHL.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy I'm gonna buy NHL 19 this year. Mm-hmm.
Boy, what are they changing with that?
Apparently NHL 19 is gonna be like actually quite different. They added like these new game modes and like apparently like the different players and shit, like their statistics and stuff actually like matter and stuff, and they have like brand new like animations for everybody. I don't know. It's like we'll see how it goes. I haven't bought an NHL game since.
I mean, it's gonna be an upgrade no matter what, since it's
Yeah,
been like 3 years
yeah,
anyway. But
But like
yeah.
16, it wasn't even like I think like a friend got it for me, so it's like the last time I actually bought an NHL game was NHL 15.
God,
I think I have an NHL 16, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. I love how we're talking about NHL like holy shit.
Yeah. Is it a thing?
That's
See,
a casual
Something I
at its
never
core.
thought I'd talk
Yeah.
about in gaming at its core.
Dude, July and August, I swear, like my energy to play anything single player related just drains.
Same. Like, oh, and another thing I've been playing, like, I have a friend that, like, one of my closest friends that I talk to, like, that I've known for, like, such a long time, like, since I was a little kid. He still has a PS3, hasn't upgraded to a PS4 yet, and I'm just like, if I ever want to play with him, it has to be on a PS3, which, I
At
mean,
this point, he's
it
gonna upgrade to a PS5.
I know. I'm like, because like I've been trying to get him to buy a PS4 for like a few years now. Like I remember remember when they had the Uncharted 4 limited edition PS4.
Oh, yeah.
The
I was gonna
Limited,
buy
yeah.
that. And I'm like, yo, I'll save my PS4 for like I don't know, like $200 or something, just so I can like get some money to buy that. And then yeah, he ended up not getting it. And I was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. And the PS4 Pro came around. I'm like, yo, I kind of want to get this. Do you want to buy my PS4? And then he didn't get that either.
oh my
So,
God.
I mean, like, in the end, it's like, and then now it's like, he still doesn't have a PS4. I'm just like, you know what, you might as well just wait for a PS5 because it's like, there's no
It's
point.
coming soon, sometime.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I don't know. I was still trying to convince him a few weeks ago because, like, we're both going to university next year, but we're not going to the same place. So I'm just like, yo, get a PS4, right, so we can, like, play online sometime. Like, yeah. And then I'm just like, you can get one probably now, like, super cheap. But it's just like, we're going to university. I doubt he's going to have that much time to play it, so he's not going to get one. So the result of that is that I've been playing on my PS3. I play, like, Black Ops with him, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, yeah. I don't know, it's just like...
He's not even playing
I'm just
Black Ops 1. That's depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black Ops 1 is so good. That's like the best Call of Duty for me personally. Like I had the most fun playing that game. on the PS3. Like that was the Call of Duty where I did the most in terms of that game.
Yeah.
Like played zombies actually the most. Screwed around online. Back in the day when like you can like mess with people using like, well, Xbox Live had like party chat. We would do like phone call pranks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That game was like super fun.
Yeah, I've just been
That's
playing
like,
like zombies with them. That's it. Just doing zombies.
Yeah. Have you played more Red Dead? Because that's on the PS3.
That is
I don't
the
think
thing. I was
you
about to
have
say
it.
that. I have not touched Red Dead the whole
Oh
week.
my god, this
You
man.
need to. That
And
game's
I'm
so
just
good.
like, here's the thing, right? It's like, I know I need to play it before Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out, and here's the thing, right? It's like, there's other games I kind of want to play, like, I wanted to play Resident Evil 4, but then I'm just like, okay, I keep telling myself, you're not allowed to play that until you beat Red Dead, because if I go on to, like, some other game, I'm like, I'm gonna forget about Red Dead, so I need to beat Red Dead first, but then I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like playing
I'd
Red
say
Dead.
just force yourself to play it
Yeah, I
because I,
know,
think the
I know.
first few hours are kind of boring when you're just doing all
I'm
the
probably like
cattle
3
missions.
hours into Red Dead, but like,
Yeah.
and it's like pretty slow, but yeah.
You're getting close to like kind of the turning point. I think it's like 4 or 5 hours in. Where I
How
don't
long
know.
is the campaign like? What'd you say?
It's like a Rockstar campaign, so it's decently long. I don't know how long it is compared to the other campaigns, but
What do you say?
I don't know.
You think it's gonna like longer than Uncharted 4 or?
oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
longer than
definitely.
Uncharted 4. It's an
It's
open world
definitely
game.
longer.
Alright,
Fall.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
at least
I
like
mean,
15
I mean,
hours
like,
plus. I'd say.
I mean, like if I just want to do the main campaign stuff. Cause
Yeah, just do the main
I don't
missions
think
and
I'm gonna
then-
do a lot
yeah.
of the side stuff because
yeah, you can always do that afterwards. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. All right then.
Do you know Red Dead's story? Like, do you know a lot of the big points? What happens in that game or no?
I just know like the end. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I knew the
don't know
end when I
anything
played
else.
it
I
because
don't know
like
anything
everybody
else.
was like, and their mother was talking about that game.
I honestly don't know
Yeah.
anything else that happens. I just know like what happens to John Marston at the end. So.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely need to get back on that because it's like we're like halfway. I'm halfway through the summer. I'm leaving in a month, so gotta get.
You're bringing your PS4, right?
Yeah, I'll bring my PS4 and my PC.
You need to beat Red Dead because there's no way you're gonna want to bring your PS3
Yeah,
either, are
obviously.
you?
I wanted to
Yeah.
also beat the Metal Gear series this summer, but I honestly
No,
might just
that's
wait
not
until
that's
next
not
year.
gonna happen.
Dude, I can't play that if it's not gonna come to the PS4. Like I could boot it up
I
on my
bought
PS3,
all
but, like,
the
that's gonna be
games. I
hard.
bought all the games on the PS, like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I could buy 1, 2, 3, 4 on PS3, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have them.
I might
PS3
do that.
right now. And it's just like I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Cause I want to like I got Metal. Oh, you know what? I'll talk about that later. That's one of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say
questions.
we have a segment coming up later where we're gonna talk about probably some games like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I've been playing. Oh well, I mean we're right here anyways. So what this is so we got
Oh, yeah,
a
this is
fan
next
question from Cleric Eric, who's someone that supports us quite a bit, watches all of our episodes, so that's nice to see. His question is, what are some games that you've never played but you want to try out? So, do either of you have any games that you've always?
well,
wanted
since
to
we
try?
just mentioned it, the Metal Gear Solid series, I played
I
5,
mean,
but
you haven't played the other ones.
I've played all of them.
I've watched my dad play
I thought
4 a
you
bit on the
did.
PS3.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
No.
I thought you played all.
And then I
of them.
played a bit of Phantom Pain. I liked the first hour of Phantom Pain, but once it started going open world, I just really didn't
That's
like
what everyone
it.
says.
Honestly-
It's
honestly,
Yeah,
Fan-
it's
like the first hour was so
different,
good,
it's
and then
so
it just got
different.
so
the
disappointing.
first hour of it feels like classic Metal Gear, and then as soon as you get to the open world bit, it's like completely different. Like,
That's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like it's kind of like Mafia.
If the
Yeah,
first
Mafia
hour
3.
is classic Metal Gear, I'm down to play the other games, and I'm gonna buy
because
this on
Justin, if you
PS3.
beat
So.
Metal Gear Solid 5,
Nope.
yeah, I've beaten it. It's all I'll say is the first half of Metal Gear Solid 5, even though it's not great, it's the best half of the game. The second half is where it all goes to shit of that game. Like you're
The
fine.
only Metal Gear I played is freaking Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes.
Oh yeah, I played that too.
Yeah, because it was
I
free on
played that
PS
too.
Plus, wasn't it?
I don't even know if I don't even
That
know
was
if I finished
fun,
that.
but it was like a short little slice of what
Yeah,
Phantom
it was
Pain ended up
good,
being, right?
except I feel sorry for anybody who actually brought that, because you basically just paid like
Wasn't it like $40?
yeah,
too?
$40, and you could beat it in like
That's
I've seen someone
crazy.
beat it in like 2 minutes. It's like imagine buying that. It's like you beat it in 2 minutes. Jesus,
How do you beat that in 2 minutes?
it's online.
probably like
It's
speed
online.
run,
If
though, right?
if you go on,
That's like a
Dude, I
speed
need to
If you
look
speed
that
run it-
because I remember you have to like actually like sneak in that place and like extract someone, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
How the heck do you do that in 2 minutes?
go watch on
Like in the
YouTube. It
rain.
exists.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just in general, the Metal Gear Solid series. You guys can talk about some games. I'm gonna think of another one.
God.
So me would be Metal Gear as well because I mean I do have the intention of playing it because I bought it when there was the sale. I bought all the games, so I literally have all of them, like just sitting here. I have like 4 of them on my PS3. I have Metal Gear Solid 5 on my PS4, so it's just like I don't know. I just gotta find a period of time where, because it's like with story games, you don't want to like space it out. You know, you gotta find like a time where you are able
Just
to play
solely
it.
focus
just
on it.
focus on
Yeah.
that. And I mean, it's a summer now, but I'm just like playing other games. So, and I got university coming up. I know when at university I'm not gonna be able to play that. Bloodborne's another one that I really wanted to play. And
Oh, dude, you need to play
I do
Bloodborne
need to
before
play
you go. You're
Bloodborne.
not gonna play
I
that
need to play
university, dude.
Bloodborne.
Did you get it on
yeah.
PS?
I'm glad that I have it.
Yeah.
I have it. So.
Yeah, you got. I mean, it's also free on PlayStation Plus. So
Yeah, so
you.
I have it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I downloaded it on the PS4, so I mean, I could literally just start playing it right now. But yeah, I don't
It
know.
has such a freaking learning curve, or at least like a wall.
Yeah.
But once you break through that wall, which is like the first boss in the game,
Uh-huh.
the game you're gonna be pretty much hooked onto it. I don't know anybody that hasn't really like beaten the first boss, like past all like the freaking like, I don't know, first 2 hours of like trying to beat it and like getting your butt freaking kicked, and then finally overcoming the boss and like dropping the game. Like I don't know anybody that just dropped the game after that. So if you can get through the first boss, you'll pretty much
Yeah.
be hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to try.
I actually, I originally had Bloodborne and then I sold it because I got so pissed off in the game, and then I ended up buying it again.
Oh, so
and then
this
I
man
ended up
did
getting hooked.
rage.
This
Oh.
man, see this
Yeah,
man
but this was back out, like,
this
in
man
middle school. I
denies
was,
that he
like,
rages at Bloodborne, but he does.
14. I was like 14.
Yeah, but Brandon, I
I
have
guess I
video.
was only, like, 3 years
yeah, but
ago,
Brandon,
but-
I have video
yeah.
evidence of you raging at Bloodborne last year.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to, for people who don't know, we had like this long conversation about this where Dan was like saying how Brandon was raging about Bloodborne or something.
That used to be like last year. That used to be my go-to game whenever we're VCing or like in Discord and all. I'd be playing Bloodborne,
Yeah, I remember that.
like just playing for it.
God.
Holy shit.
That game was so good.
Yeah, I've got
Bloodborne 2, please Sony, make it happen. Oh yeah, speaking of games, I want to play Demon Souls
Demon Souls.
as well.
Mm.
I know Dark Souls Remastered. I could just pick that up at any moment. I'll probably save it for like this holiday season or something.
All right. let
I'll
me
play that during like
try
when I
and
get
find a game.
in break.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I might have more.
But Demon Soul, man, Blue Point either make Metal Gear Solid or make frickin' Demon Souls. I think I've seen those two brought up the most, so I'm down for those. So
Yeah.
just do one of those. They got to be working on it by now at least. I mean, they're working on their next project. They have to be. So crossing my fingers for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to say that the games I've been playing. I forgot to talk about that I've played on my NES Classic.
Oh.
Oh, you've actually booted it up or played it?
Yeah, because I leave it at my grandma's house, so I go there to my grandma's house once a week, and then every time I'm there, I just start playing it.
Mm.
So
So your grandma, you have an NES at your grandma's place.
yeah,
That's cool.
I was playing Pac-Man, Galaga, Super, and Punch Out.
I'm actually looking forward to Nintendo Switch's online service because you get like 20 free NES games with it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
True.
that would be cool to play some NES games on the go or just in bed or something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that would be cool.
God, I've got for games for me that like I've I want to try but I haven't played. There are so many. I can list some from this year, and I like big games. Obviously, God of War. Not.
God of War.
No, dude, he hasn't played God of War Horizon.
Horizon.
Dan has
Here's
not
the
played
thing.
God of War
I've-
or
I've
Horizon.
played-
Detroit.
How?
I love
Detroit.
God of War on the PS3.
Wait, have you played Detroit?
Nope.
Nope.
I
No.
won't.
So
You haven't
that's
played
today-
Detroit.
that's
You haven't
today the
played
big
God of
two.
War. You haven't played Horizon. What are you doing,
That's not-
man?
No, 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 no.
Spider-Man.
No,
Dude.
I play
I played
Spider-Man.
Horizon.
I play Red Dead.
I played Horizon.
Dude,
I played-
freaking like Last of Us Part 2 will come out and you'll skip
I
that.
played Horizon, but I haven't brought it just because I played the first like 2 hours, I think, and I wasn't convinced. So I.
Yeah, you all hate on Horizon, but I actually
No,
really
no, no,
liked
no, I'm not-
Horizon.
I'm not-
And then
I- you know,
my
I
save
think
file
it's just
got
the- I think it's
corrupted
just the
and I
fact
can't
that-
play it anymore,
it's
and
the
now I
fact
like...
that- It's the fact that
I
some
don't know.
people are like, it's gotten so much praise, and the people that don't necessarily agree
Yeah.
with it, it's like they make jokes about it, and then people just like to joke along with it, I guess.
I don't know, I swear, like...
I don't think people
I
actually
like
think
playing
it's bad.
games before other people play games, because then I don't have, like, an opinion already, like, in my head of what to think about this game.
That's true.
Like, I remember I got Horizon maybe, like, about a week early before the actual game came out, before people were talking about it, and, like, I loved the game, and then when it came out, it got, like, stellar reviews, and I was like, okay, so I'm on the right mindset, and then you guys start playing, you start shitting on it.
No,
I'm
that was
like,
a
what?
joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. I don't actually think it's bad. I think it's a solid.
Yeah.
game.
I
It's
think-
a solid game.
I think
I
it's
think-
better than the Ubisoft game for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
and I was hooked on the story for a
I
while.
think it's just the only thing that puts
Yeah.
me off it is just from what people have told me that like it's cool when obviously you're fighting all the robotic creatures, whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
But when
about.
you fight the
Yeah.
humans, it's immediately worse, and also the stealth
Yeah.
sections are pretty mediocre as well.
Dude, I don't even think you can like stealth the humans. Like I shoot them in the head at like full like capacity of the bow, and it only like takes away like 3/4 of their health bar. Like how are you supposed to stealth that at all? I guess there's like upgrades you could probably do,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I think
That was like I hated the human
I
combat.
just
in that
remember
game.
for
It was so
Horizon.
annoying.
I know for Horizon, I can remember a few standout moments that I was like, holy shit, this is so epic. So there's like one part where, you know that are they called the tall necks, the
Oh yeah,
giant ones?
climbing those things. Yeah.
I remember there was like one that kind of like walks in a circle around the area, and you have to like time it to like get on its back or something, right? So I remember there's this
Yeah.
one part where I was in the area and I had like you know how when you get to the harder areas there's like more of them right around. So I remember there was like one part where they were like all chasing me, and I was like running up this kind of like this cliff, and then like that thing I timed it perfectly, so it was like running, and then I jumped from the cliff onto the tall neck. So I just remember
That's
that part. That
dope.
part was really epic. But yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Horizon.
Has any of
Dan,
us
did
ever
you
played
finish
like
it?
the
Did you
Frozen
finish
Wilds?
Horizon?
no. I told you I've only played the first 2 hours. I didn't buy. I didn't
okay.
buy it. I didn't buy it. I played it with my
Alright.
friends.
I beat the game and then I was playing Endgame and my save file got corrupted.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
God damn it! But no,
Yeah.
I've not played that. I've not played God of War. Not played Detroit. I'm surprised I haven't brought Detroit, to be honest.
I'm surprised you don't care to play God of War.
No, I do care to play it. It's just that the
Really?
God of War and Detroit came out at a time where basically, for me and money, it was like the worst combination because I had
That's right, because you went on vacation, didn't you? Like near the
I went
time?
on holiday, and then after
Yeah.
that, I had to pay for my car and the MOT and insurance and stuff like that. And then after that, I had Heroes of Villains Fan Fest in London, which is a convention. I went to
That's
that,
right.
spent a lot of money, and then I basically overspent, so I had to save up. So it's kind of just been constantly me delaying buying games that I've really wanted to buy, because I do want to buy them, and I probably will do over the summer period, definitely, especially considering I've finished Far Cry 5. I'll probably finish A Way Out by tonight, so yeah, I think I'm definitely in the mood again to get the games and beat them, because I think now's a better time than any to beat them.
Yeah.
To be
When
honest.
are you going back?
Yeah.
When are you going back to school?
I don't go back because I start university in September. I don't think it's until 20th or something. So I've got quite a few
What,
weeks.
September?
Yeah,
September,
September.
or-
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
quite
okay.
late. It's
Oh
quite late
my.
September. So I've got a fair amount.
Yo,
of time.
you all start late. I start school here in like 2.5
I mean,
weeks.
but you end earlier too, so. Because I don't remember.
I?
I
I
don't
guess
end
so.
until the end of June, so I literally.
Oh, that
I'm
is
like
true,
1
yeah.
month into my summer.
That's crazy. Yeah, I ended at
because
the end of May.
well, I mean, next year it's gonna be different because I realized next year I'll be done by the end of April.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's like
that's
when last was
crazy.
like holy shit, I'm gonna.
Wait, so you're gonna have May,
Oh,
freaking
May,
June?
June, July, August. Oh, I'm so pumped.
That's dope.
Yeah, because university's like 2 terms of 4 months each, right? So it's like September, October, November, December, and the second term's like January, February, March, April.
Yeah.
So I'll have the other 4 months off. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a job, but like still, when Last of Us 2 comes around, I'm gonna like play the shit out of that in one day.
Yeah,
So-
it's gonna pull a sickie and just play.
No,
non-stop.
I'm gonna actually like. I've learned from games like especially Sony exclusives. That I'm just gonna take my time when it comes out.
That's true, I guess.
Like it'd be cool. Like obviously, like
I
don't know. Like something about the hype when it comes out. Of
Yeah.
course, you want to be like one of the first people to beat it, so
Yeah.
like your friends don't spoil
Yeah,
it. but,
I
like,
remember that feeling when I played Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
I just ruined it because
God.
I rushed
Un-
through it.
How fast did you beat Uncharted 4?
I beat Uncharted 4 within like 24 hours of me playing
God
it.
damn.
Okay, that's like you know what? For me, I wanted to
Oh.
do that because I really wanted to like know what happened, but like
Yeah, exactly.
I
Like,
was,
I
like-
waited so many years for an Uncharted 4 to be a thing. Like all the
Exactly, yeah.
speculation videos, and
But
it
for-
finally came out. I'm like, I'm not gonna just like let this sit in the dust.
yeah, for
like,
me
I'm gonna
though,
beat this
it was
game.
like I was like during a really busy school period, so it's like I literally had to beat it within 3 days. It's like I was waiting. It's like come back home from school. I'm like, oh, I want to play it right away
Dude, I remember I beat the game, and then like Jaden got so triggered that I beat the game.
before him.
Yeah, no, just in general that I beat it. Like, oh, you don't have a life, do you? I'm like, bruh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I took
That
a,
was funny. I don't know why I remember that all of a sudden,
Yeah.
but like, man, that game was so fun to play. Uncharted 4. I want another experience like that. God of War was kind of similar. It was more similar than like when I played Horizon. But like, man, those like launches are like really special.
yeah.
I feel like actually no.
I'm trying to remember. I can't even remember.
No, never mind.
I can't even remember when I beat Uncharted 4 because like I beat it really late because it came out I think during my GCSEs, which is basically like my exams for for high school. So I basically it
Yeah.
came out at the worst time possible because it was right in between it. And I remember my mum and dad were like so strict about it; they wouldn't let me play it at all, and they would only let me play it. I think it was on the weekends for a certain amount of hours. So whenever I had any spare time, it was me just sitting down trying to beat that. And I think it took me about 4 weeks to do it. And I don't know
Damn.
how I didn't get spoiled for it because Like,
I got spoiled.
No.
I got spoiled for freaking.
I got spoiled a
I
bit.
didn't-
Yeah, I knew
I
some
didn't.
stuff going into
I didn't
it.
get spoiled because I mainly just went dark when it happened. I just refused
That's
to go on the
smart.
internet.
That's smart because you know what? For me,
That was me on Lost Legacy. I know
That
Justin, you were spoiled on like Lost
I got
Legacy and
spoiled
stuff.
one
Like
time
I
for
actually had
Lost
school
Legacy.
before Lost Legacy came out, so I couldn't actually check.
You know what
or,
the
like,
thing
look
was for
online.
me? It was like, Uncharted 4 was kind of like the. Uncharted 4 is probably like the game I had the most anticipation
Yeah,
going into.
easily,
right?
easily
So,
for me.
Yeah, usually for me too.
That makes sense because it's like even for me like, well, Last of Us was like the first Naughty Dog game that I saw from the like, right from its announcement all the way to its release. But back then, it's like I still wasn't that, I would say, like invested into gaming. You know, it's like I didn't care about
Yeah.
the gaming industry. It's just like
Yeah.
I knew it's like, okay, Last of Us is coming out here.
Yeah.
When it comes out, I'll play it.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4 was like the first one where I really like
Mm.
felt invested like in all the news and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just like nearing that like final stretch, you're just like, oh, I can't wait anymore. And then it's like you're on YouTube and like all these early things come up. And
Yeah.
it's like
God.
I know I got spoiled for
Yeah.
the Crash Bandicoot.
For God of
part.
War, what I did is there's like a plugin on Google
Yeah,
Chrome that
yeah,
I did
yeah,
that
you
it's
told
like
me
it
about that.
blocks YouTube like titles
Yeah.
if you have keywords and stuff. So I just typed in like God of War, Atreus, Kratos, and like no videos it couldn't even pop up God of War
Yeah,
related. So
that's smart. That's
pro
smart.
tip to anybody like looking online or watching this podcast right now.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So
to do
I
that.
I remember I got spoiled. I know I got I saw the thumbnail for the ending of Uncharted 4. So I knew no one was gonna die. That's how bad it was. I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
fuck,
No.
I know no one's gonna die.
The weird thing was,
Yeah.
I think someone tried to spoil it for me because they tried to. I don't know if this happened to you guys, but I was a part of a Facebook group, and basically a load of idiots managed to get themselves onto it, and they deliberately put everyone into I think like a Facebook Messenger chat and tried to spoil the entire game. But because I went dark and like turned off all internet, so basically I couldn't see it. I didn't look at it until I think it was about a day after I beat Uncharted 4. So I just go on and I'm like, oh thank fuck I didn't go on this before, and like it was so convenient.
How long did you go dark for? Like you were just able to not.
Yeah, because it was in the middle of studying, like for my exams and all that, and because
I don't know. That's really hard
yeah.
for me. I can never go completely dark.
Dude, I cannot go internet dark. Like that's
I can
hard.
do it so easy because of the fact that I live with parents who will happily do that if I go too far, so I'm kind of used to it. But like, it was just because I wanted to beat the game, but obviously I didn't want to mess up my exams because I wanted to go and do the specific course. So,
I like how we were talking about like games that like we never played but we wanted to try out, and then somehow
Yeah.
we go to Uncharted.
Everything always leads to Uncharted.
We
Somehow,
always do this. We always do
somehow.
this.
I've never played Uncharted
Yeah,
1.
that's cool.
But I mean, I guess that's where the natural conversation goes. But yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What were we talking about? I don't even know.
Wait.
Got to this. I don't even know.
Justin,
how we got to this.
did you ever play Batman Arkham Asylum?
Nope.
Oh,
should play
you need
that.
to play
Sorry, I only
that.
played Arkham
That's a
Knight.
game you need to play.
Alright,
Arkham
Justin,
Knight.
you need to play Batman Arkham Asylum. Get it on PS4.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like, in terms of gaming goes, I've probably like got in terms of like.
But
the
Justin,
time I
your
invested
other
into
self,
gaming, I went
Robin
into it.
Oyo, just started
Yeah,
playing
come on.
Asylum. You gotta play
You can be
that.
better than
Wow, okay.
if Robin.
I think I could. Hey,
You'd be better
I
at-
can do better.
Yeah,
than him.
you can
I think
better
I
than
do
Robin.
better than him.
Anybody's better.
Mm.
Anybody's better than Batman Arkham Asylum
Robin's
than
hearing
Robin.
this. Shots
Robin,
fired.
I'm just gonna say this right now. How did you manage to beat Arkham Knight with the way you're playing Arkham Asylum? I would love to know.
Ooh.
Did you get someone to play the game for you?
Shots fired.
Oof.
Shots
I-
fired.
It's like
I
playing
can say
it's
this.
like playing it live
Hey,
on stream. Someone
yeah.
else is playing for him.
Yeah, probably. I can say this though because I've platinumed all the games.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I platinumed
I haven't.
platinumed on the PS3, and then when I lost my account to that, I've obviously had to start over from scratch, and I platinumed Arkham Knight, so I have platinumed all of them.
Asylum's so good though, Justin. You need to play
It's
that,
an
though.
easy platinum.
I was,
Like,
I
I
was
never
watching
played that.
Robin
That was,
play
like, one of
it,
my
though.
first
I
PS3
don't
games.
know.
That was so
I was
fun
watching Robin
back in the
play it a
day.
bit, and I was like,
No, honestly, it's really good. Like the story's way better.
It's linear Batman.
Yeah.
If you liked Batman at all, at the like mechanics of the game, it's that, but
yeah,
linear.
it works for me
It's
better
good.
than Arkham Knight because it just feels more memorable and it's a better experience playing it.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite Batman Arkham
Yeah,
game.
it's my favorite.
Dude,
one.
I made a
So.
tweet yesterday, but I swear, whenever you hear anybody talk about Batman Arkham series, like they throw around like the weirdest ones as like the
Alright,
worst
yeah,
ones,
that's a
and then
good
like
one.
I swear I've
I
heard
need
like
to-
every list
I had so
possible.
many,
Like I'll
like-
see people
'cause
say
it's, like,
Batman Arkham
I
Knight's the
did-
best,
I got my
Asylum's the
PS3
best,
really
City's
late
the
on.
best. Some like
I got my
the people say Origins is underrated, and that one's the best. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird the rankings.
So Dan, you think Asylum's the best, right?
yeah,
You're, like, in that
yeah,
camp with me.
Asylum, then City, then Origins, then Night.
Yeah, I don't know where I put my list. I liked Night, but I liked it for like the how it was like I was playing on a DualShock 4. For
Nah,
one.
not.
And then also just the fact that it was like, I don't know, PS4 Batman.
Night was just
I don't know.
Night
It
was just
cool.
all over the place.
It was fun to play.
It was fun in areas,
Yeah.
but it's like the Batmobile, the boss battles, Scarecrow and Arkham Knight were awful. The game's just an excuse to have the Joker in it. I don't know. I have so many.
I might
thoughts.
agree with your list, honestly. I don't know. I know Asylum's at top, and then I'd probably say second. I'd probably say either City or Origins.
Yeah. The thing is,
and then for I don't know
Yeah.
where I'd put.
Yeah,
like,
the thing is with me is that I find Origins more fun to play, but I think because of the fact that obviously City did a lot of the gameplay mechanics before Origins, and the fact that I think, the way that the game opens and the ending to that game is so strong, I think I would probably say City is slightly better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always interesting hearing what people say about that. But yeah, for sure. Wait, Justin, what Arkham games have you played? Have you played Night? Have you played any of them?
I played Night. I beat Night. I played a bit of Origins. I never finished it because I
really?
played at a friend's house. I
Okay.
played like probably half of it.
A lot of people skipped Origins because next generation consoles were like on
and
the
also
rise,
because-
just like the
yeah,
month afterwards.
It's not by Rocksteady, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't by
Yeah.
Rocksteady either. So that was such an underrated PS3 game because like so many people skipped it since it was like one of
yeah.
the last.
That's
few.
why I never.
I remember.
I don't know why they never
Yeah.
remastered it though. They remastered like Arkham Asylum and City, but they skipped Origins. So it's like that's the one you'd want to
Yeah.
remaster, right? Like at least
It
the
just-
most.
You know that CGI trailer for Origins where it's like Batman's fighting Deathstroke.
Yeah.
I just love that trailer. It was so cool.
I know why he likes it. It's Arrow.
Oh, because of Deathstroke? No, I mean that was before I started watching Arrow.
God, yeah.
Hmm.
Just
Because I started watching Arrow season 2, and then I like went back and watched season 1 first, and then season 2. But like I saw like season 2 on TV, and I'm like, yo, I need to start watching this. That's crazy. Holy shit, that's 2013. I've been watching this show for 5 years or something.
God.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, other games. I mean, like I said, I got my PS3 late, so some of the PS3 games, like I like some of the PS3 games that I wanted to play, I got on Steam, such as like I got the Dead Space games.
Oh, Dead Space. That's
Oh,
probably one.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of PS3 games, and not many come
Yeah,
to mind since I've played a
not
lot
for
of
me.
them.
Yeah,
But Dead Space for
I played
sure.
a lot of the PS3 games.
I played a bit of Mass Effect 1. I never really got I didn't like
Mass
it.
Effect I haven't played either, but I don't really care. I don't know. I do want to play Mass Effect, but I don't know. They never seem to care to remaster. I swear EA doesn't know what they're doing with remasters. Like, I think there's a possibility it still comes out this year, like maybe some kind of remaster, because Burnout Paradise was like announced 1 month before they just dropped the remaster out of nowhere. So maybe we get some kind of Dead Space or like Mass Effect. But
I don't see
I don't
it
know.
happening, but
I don't see it happening now because it's kind of late.
yeah.
But I don't know if it'll ever happen. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I do have my PS3 though, so I could always go
Yeah.
back. But yeah, that's what I did for Red Dead. Since apparently, like Rockstar never wanted to bring over RDR to PS4. There's been like a lot of discussion. Maybe the code's like a mess and stuff, like the programming. But I don't know why they never just. I don't know. I feel like Red Dead Redemption on PS4 would just be an easy money grab before 2. I'm imagining a lot of people are just hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2. They're like in the just casual audience, just because it's a Rockstar audience or just a Rockstar game. I mean, because I don't know. Just seems like a lot of people are hyped for it, but like I don't hear many people talk about RDR 1, or at least knew that they played it. But yeah. Speaking of Red Dead Redemption, hopefully we'll talk about it some podcasts in the future because we should be getting gameplay
It's
soon.
close.
So
It's close. I mean, we're almost
Yeah.
in August, so
yeah, that's true. Oh crap, we are like a couple days away.
yeah, we'll probably get gameplay soon this month.
Yeah,
I mean, in
yeah.
August, I mean.
It's got to be soon, definitely, because I mean, it's
That's crazy. That's like, I mean, I wasn't really following the GTA thing when they did the gameplay or like 2 months before.
I followed it once they started showing footage. Like once they showed off GTA Online, I was like hooked, and like I was like following that game's release. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of questions left for Red Dead Redemption, but at the same time, I mean for 2. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy because the game's gonna come out in October anyway. Like they're not gonna delay it. So at this point, it's just like the more they hold on to it, like the more we'll be surprised when we actually played it ourselves and stuff. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Imagine they delay it again. That would be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, they won't though. Not,
Yeah, they gotta release
It's a
it,
solid date. It's
yeah,
locked
I think
in.
it's definitely no chance it'll be delayed again because I feel like
It still doesn't even I still don't even believe it's coming out. Like, it's kind of crazy because like you see E3 and like Rockstar never shows up at E3, so it's easy to forget that this game's still coming out in a way. Like, even though I'm like super hyped for it, it's like still gonna remind myself that it's actually coming out, and it's like I don't know. Looking forward to it though, for sure.
yeah.
I think it's just the fact that like we haven't barely seen anything, and whenever you do something, it's
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true.
far away from the last thing you saw. Because it's like, when was the last time we
Yeah.
heard from, like, saw a trailer or something? It's like
He was
months
back in
ago,
like
right?
May.
So,
I think they showed off in May, like a month before E3. They showed off something.
yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Shall we move on to the next topic? I guess this is like the actual
Oh
topic.
god.
Oh yeah.
This is regarding the big No Man's Sky update.
Oh
that
god.
released.
I swear I'm gonna be the only one talking
Personally,
about this.
I don't have
yeah.
anything to say about it because I never
No,
got the game.
neither do I.
Dan didn't, so I guess it's just
Great,
you,
thanks
Brandon.
guys. I should have had Josh on this episode. We're fine. Oh man. All right, so I'll just briefly discuss about like my past with No Man's Sky. So I wasn't really too hyped for the game when it originally came out, but like I don't know what happened like the week of the game coming out. I don't know why, but like I saw all of a sudden got quote unquote hyped, but just really excited for the game. Probably just because of like some in real life friends that were talking about it. I played the game. I didn't really like it at all. I think I played like 5 hours and there was like nothing to do in the game besides the quote unquote, journey to the center of the universe, but I was never going to do that. So I kind of just like dropped the game and refunded it. It's had updates in the past couple of months here with like Atlas, like over the past couple of years actually, since it's been like 2 years since the game came out. They had like 3 major updates before this one, or 2 major updates, I'm not sure. But yeah, really with next update, I just said like, get back in the game because my brother wanted to play it for one, and then 2 is also on sale, so I'm like, why not, since it's adding multiplayer. And yeah, so I think the update came out like, we're recording this on Sunday, so it came out on Tuesday, so I've been playing through it like 3 out of the last 5 days. I have like 12 hours I think on the game that I've been playing. I've been pretty much just been playing with Fog. Just been playing with Fog, and there's a lot more to the game. I feel like there's a lot more direction with this game in terms of like, because it had like kind of like a very bad issue for me personally, because like there's nothing you can really do it at one planet. Like you couldn't build, you couldn't like hang out with friends, you couldn't really do anything to have like any breathing room. So it seems just like a constant stream of just like going from planet to planet. But now with like the recent updates of you being able to play with your friends and be able to build, it feels like there's a little bit more of like breathing room where you can actually like kind of get creative with what you do and just kind of have like make your own journeys with all this like freedom and be able to build and build a base and do all that sorts of thing. They have added missions and like a better log system where you can actually like choose side missions and like choose what you want to do. I still feel like there's not really like an end goal. It's really just mess around and like follow missions that you have and maybe get new technology to make your base look better. But at the same time, there's still not really that much of a direction. But at the same time, it is cool of a game to kind of just relax and play with some friends online now. And I will say, if anybody's on the fence of buying it, you gotta know if it's your type of game first, and I guess while it's on sale maybe. But yeah, there is multiplayer. I feel like starting with this update in particular, maybe it's starting to be worth the buy. But it really has to be your type of game. Like for me, I find it really hard to play without friends because there's not really much of an incentive to do. It feels like I'm not really getting much stuff done. Meanwhile, you could play like single player games and like cross those off the list and like experience those games. With No Man's Sky, it's more like, oh, I'm gonna grind for these resources to make a storage container so I can put stuff into it, and it's like, yeah, it's gotta be for you for sure. I'm kind of like on the mix to like, it's very fun to play with friends, but as the days go on, I'm starting to realize that there's not really much of like a goal there to do, kind of like what it was originally at launch. So I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on it. Like I'm happy about it because I got to play like 12 hours with friends, and we'll still play it with Fog and Josh in the future. But yeah, it's not gonna be one of those main multiplayer games for at least the foreseeable future, at least. So
Yeah, I don't know.
both of you haven't played it, so
I mean,
yeah.
It was one of them ones where I just expected it to like be a disappointment from the start. I was one of those people that was never really like drawn into the hype for it, and I get why people obviously bring up the point of it's improved since obviously it's gotten all these updates. But to me, I don't really see how that will forgive it for what it was at the start. It's like saying that a film is released half incomplete, and then gradually over time you get the other parts of it, and it's like, oh, it's all right then, we can excuse what it was at the start. I can't really forgive them for that, because the fact that it was so bare bones when it originally came out. I mean, yeah,
it is cool though that they haven't took the money and they have focused on it.
I appreciate obviously
but,
that they've continued to put effort into this game, and that's cool and all, but it just makes me beg the question of why did you not just put this in the first place? Like, why? If
I think there's like stories. I
I don't know,
haven't really
honest-
followed
I
the
don't
story
know,
much
but-
about No Man's Sky, but I know that Hello Games had like a flood apparently, and apparently Sony was also involved in terms of like making this game look bigger than it
yeah,
was.
I don't know. It's-
But I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
I haven't really
I mean,
looked into
Sony,
it too much.
Sony
but
knew what
that's
kind
what
of
I've
game
heard.
it was, and they still decided to like. So many people
Push
are
it.
hyped for it. It's like, okay, we're gonna sell it for like full price game, $60, and it's like so many people, so many people bought it, and then it's like, people see what it really is, and then it's like, a lot of people are disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting game. It's definitely got to be like a game for you. It's similar to like Minecraft, where there's not really a goal, but like if you want to hang out with your friends and just keep building your stuff, yeah. It's just that type of game.
Yeah.
It is a really cool space simulator. Like it still is like a really cool like it's still technically really cool how big this universe is, and how like seamless it is to like go onto a planet and land and stuff. Like that stuff is really cool. Like especially like taking off and fixing your spaceship. Like it is a really cool moment. But yeah, I mean, it does get a bit old. I'm starting to feel that like at least 12 hours in, but yeah. Yeah. Sorry, there's like a vacuum
Yeah, I was like,
at my
oh,
house.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of stuff's being done at my house right now. So
Yeah.
apologies for that if you've heard anything, but yeah. Yeah.
If we're moving on to the next topic, one thing I wanted to add quickly, they just confirmed that Shadow of the Tomb Raider has gone gold, so
Oh, that's true. That happened a couple days ago. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Are you guys picking it up?
Probably because it comes at near my birthday.
Yeah, same here.
I'm getting another game that day. It's called NHL 19.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. It's like because okay, here's the thing, right?
Oh,
right?
man.
I know
Oh,
I know
no.
NHL.
Oh, no.
I can play throughout the whole year and stuff, right? If I wait for NHL, I'm gonna be like, this always happens. I'm like, oh, I might as well just wait for the next year or something like that, right? With Tomb Raider, I beat the story and then I'm usually done because I did that for both the first one and Rise. Like I just didn't have the inclination to play the other stuff in the game. I beat the story and that was it. So
Oh, I never really play side stuff in Tomb
So I'm
Raider.
just
I
like,
just
yeah,
go for
I don't
the
know. It's like
full campaign,
I just
and
don't,
I just enjoy it.
don't feel like
Yeah.
I have to spend that much money if I'm just gonna spend like 10 hours and I'm done.
Mm.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I beat in like less than I think I beat in like 8 hours. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, you beat Shadow? You mean
Oh,
you
sorry,
beat
Rise,
of the Tomb Raider?
I mean,
Yeah.
Rise of the Tomb
Yeah.
Raider.
I'm looking forward to Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like I know they've released gameplay footage. I don't really want to look at it, but I know I'm gonna
I
love
saw
it because
this
I'm
really
just
funny
a Tomb Raider
clip they
junkie
showed.
fan.
I saw this really funny thing at E3. Did you see where it's like, she's like Laura's sneaking in kind of like these bushes, right? And then, she goes up to this campsite and there's like two guys next to her. One guy walks away. She shoots one of them in the head, right? The guy turns around. He's like, oh, it's like something just happened. It's like no shit. This guy just like, the guy literally just got shot right in front of you.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like I don't know. The reactions seem like so fake. but,
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing with this game. I don't know
Yeah.
how to feel about it because obviously they're handing it over, to different developers this time. So I don't know. And the
Oh, yeah,
graphics,
that's
and the
true, 'cause
graphics
it's
as
not
well.
gonna
I
be
don't know
Crystal.
why they just look worse than they did in.
Dude, the graphics look like straight out of a PS3 game. I'm not gonna lie. Like Laura's face doesn't look that
I think
great.
they did fix it up.
It's
a
not
bit.
like a
I think
turning
they
off
fixed it up
point
a
for
bit.
me, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just I mean
I know to me Tomb Raider games are just always
Yeah.
fun. Like I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. Like I enjoyed Rise of the Tomb
I had
Raider.
a- I had a
enjoyed
lot of
the
fun with
2013
Rise,
reboot. Yeah, same. I enjoyed Rise a lot. And the 2013 reboot was also really good. Like ever since the reboot, I've been like really enjoying Tomb Raider, and
yeah. The
yeah,
question.
I don't know. They're like one of
yeah,
those games where the characters aren't going to be so memorable, but like just the journey and just the combat, or not the combat, but just like I don't know. It's a fun game to play.
Mhm.
So yeah, that and like Spider-Man are going to be like September like fun games to play, and Spyro. Holy crap!
And FIFA.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun month for sure
Yeah.
though. September is gonna like save us, and then
September,
October
the
is gonna like.
busiest month for game happens to be the busiest month of games. It's like,
And dude, you're also going. Yeah, I had to write college apps too that month.
I'm gonna be freaking like first week of university when Spider-Man comes out. Like, how the hell am I gonna play that?
Yeah,
I
that's gonna be
probably
interesting.
won't be playing it that long.
Oh, nah,
Or like-
nah.
I mean, you're not, yeah, I mean, you could just
Like
take your time.
like not playing it that much. I mean, like,
Nah.
Like,
For
I'm,
how
I'm
much you-
definitely getting.
No
it,
way.
but
For how much you've been covering it, you ain't just gonna sit there and not play it.
I didn't cover it that.
Dude, the
much.
amount of times I've heard Insomniac's new game, Spider-Man, I'm covering here on the channel. Make sure to subscribe.
Hey man, I tried to keep that dedication with the uploading Spider-Man content and the Ghost of Tsushima content.
Game launches, doesn't play it for a month.
Nah, I mean, No, because the thing is, right? Right now I have the collector's edition pre-ordered, and it's gonna ship. It's gonna ship
Dude,
to my.
I need
it's
to
gonna ship
pre-order
to my
that.
house,
Like
right?
I missed God of War's collector's edition because I didn't pre-order it.
It's gonna ship to my house, but the thing is, I won't even be home because my university is not in like the city that I live in. So
Oh shoot!
I'll
And
be,
you can't send it to
I'll
uni.
be hours. I'll be
because-
hours away, so I don't even know how I'm gonna get it. So I was thinking, I'm like, should I just get it digitally and play it then? But then I'm like, I really want the statue. And stuff.
Yeah, if you want, you can hook me up with that collector's edition if you know what I'm saying.
Send it to you. Send it to you.
Just saying. 'Cause I forgot to totally pre-order that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened to God of War. I couldn't get it because I didn't pre-order it.
Oh, did they run?
I need to
did
make
they
sure to
run
at least
out
get
of
Red
collector's
Dead's because
editions
Red
or
Dead
what?
for sure I want to get the collector's for.
Didn't the
Yeah.
Red Dead one? Isn't it just a box or something?
I don't know. I need to look it up if it's
I
even
swear it
worth
doesn't
getting.
even come with a statue or something. Oh, and the box doesn't even come with the game. I swear.
Oh.
Wait, what?
God,
No.
yeah.
I swear. The
Yeah.
box does not
Maybe that's
come
like the
with
$400 edition, but I'm sure there's like a special edition I've seen that comes with the game and it comes with extra stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
oh,
I'll look
yeah,
into it.
well, I think it's missing a lot of
Yeah.
stuff though. Like it doesn't come with the box and all that stuff. Like
Hmm.
the physical stuff.
God.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I heard, didn't it get a lot of backlash for the? Well, not backlash, but a lot of people were complaining about it. Oh, like this is a really lazy collector's edition or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I think I remember some sort of conversation around that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I need to look into it. But yeah.
Yeah.
What else is coming out? Like October is like pretty much
There's, like,
third party
Battlefield, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
and Red Dead. Yeah. And then November.
Well, actually,
what,
Call of Duty
Pokemon.
moved. Didn't they move their thing because of Red Dead? Or like a lot of games.
Oh,
moved.
yeah,
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 they're like
Disney,
October. They're October 16th, I think. No, that's might be.
Oh,
I don't know.
they
It's
moved.
one of
I
those
thought they
first
moved
few
it to
weeks.
November because of Red Dead, didn't they?
No, they moved to October. They went early.
Oh right.
Call of Duty is usually in November, and then they moved up.
Right.
They're usually very
That's
late
funny.
October
That's
or
funny.
early
That's
November.
funny.
Usually the first week in November. So they moved it to like the first week or two of October this year. So
True.
we still haven't seen that Call of Duty, blackout mode. I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah. Because they
Battle
didn't show.
Royale.
They didn't show it at E3, did
Battle
they?
Royale?
I don't think they've shown.
Do you
it
think
yet.
about be showing at Gamescom
Yeah.
then?
Maybe.
When is Gamescom?
Yeah, it'll be
Is
interesting.
Gamescom in August?
Yeah,
usually?
August.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember when PlayStation used to have like conferences and Gamescom. I used to be into
Yeah.
it,
Wasn't,
and
like-
then they stopped doing it. And
I
feel
remember the
like,
last one they had was like 2014 or something, or was it? They
Yeah.
had like they showed off the order.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
All right. Well, shall we move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
We
This is a
shall.
fan question from good old Fog.
Fog.
You
Who
know.
couldn't make it?
Fog was at,
The funny
Fog
part
was
about
sup-
this question
was
is
supposed to
Fog
join us
almost
today.
joined us for this episode, so he might have answered his own questions.
He
so
was
that's
gonna
kind of
join us, but
ironic.
he had to go eat lunch or something. So,
Yeah.
his question is, what's a boss fight that felt super satisfying to complete? I'm guessing Brandon, you have quite a few because you played like Bloodborne and you know those.
I
games.
mean, in terms of Bloodborne, I don't know which one will like. Maybe the first one. Probably the first one. I feel like the first one would be like the most memorable because I feel like it's like your first. Like you know that feeling. Once you beat the first one, you're gonna get a similar feeling of that later on.
Mm.
So maybe the first boss in Bloodborne. But I don't want to say Bloodborne because that's kind of stereotypical. But I don't know.
See,
what
I
else
haven't
I'd say.
played any of these games, so I'm like
Oh,
trying to
I've
think
got,
of one.
I've got.
Oh, you know what? I actually have one.
I feel like
well,
games
not
are
a
so
Bloodborne
easy
one.
nowadays. Like it's hard to find memorable boss
Yeah.
fights. Like when's the last time like a new
Well,
game had a memorable
I
boss
can
fight
I can name a
that
few.
took you actually like deaths to
I
beat
can
it?
name.
I'm trying to think of some.
I can think-
I have one.
I know
have
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze had like a really frustrating boss, but that's like a platformer boss. But I don't know.
I had on my DS when I played on my DS the new Super Mario Bros. The final boss against Bowser.
Oh,
Bruh, that's if I've heard a casual.
What?
That's that.
What? What's wrong with that?
Bowser as the final boss.
Huh?
All
That
right.
was a good boss. It was fun.
Aren't those games designed for like 8 to 10-year-olds?
Yeah, I played it when I was.
Oh, you were 8
I
to
played it when I was
10-year-olds, okay.
8, like a kid. I played
Alright,
before I got
alright.
my. When did I get my DS?
All right, then you
Yeah,
got.
it was probably when I was
I thought you
8.
said like the other week you were playing this or something
No,
like that.
I got this was when I was a kid, like a long time ago, like 10
I was
years
gonna
ago.
say
10 years
congratulations, Justin.
ago. Let's see. Oh, I was playing on my. Well, I mean, this one's. I guess when I'm playing on my NES and I'm playing Punch Out, you're playing like fighting a guy that's like 3 times your size.
Yeah. Oh, that is. I mean, a lot of bosses. It just depends what they
I don't
do.
know.
It's just like I don't know.
Shadow of the Colossus, I guess, wouldn't be really that satisfying to beat. I feel like it doesn't take you that long.
I can think
at
of
all.
quite a few to be honest. Most of them from Metal Gear because there are so many like satisfying bosses in that. I'd probably say the
Yeah.
one.
Don't spoil it though, because I want to play
All right,
Metal
there's
Gear.
one.
True, same.
There's one, and I'm pretty sure you've heard of this. I can't remember the character's name now, but it's against the sniper in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. You must have heard of this boss battle.
No,
It's basically
I don't know
it's
anything
basically
really about
you
Red
go
Dead.
up against
Metal
you
Gear.
go up against this guy who has photosynthesis, and so you basically have to go on this massively slow crawl, and it's so agonizingly slow, like it takes forever to make, and then it's like it takes forever to do. So what I found was that when I kept on doing it, I constantly failed because it's like you move too quick and he kills you. So I don't know. I mean, I'd probably say that one because I know that there's like the cheats version as well, isn't there? Like I don't even know, but it's like one where I think it's like you change the time on your PS2, and then I'm pretty sure if you like change it to a week in front, you can just automatically complete it because he dies. Like I know that there's the cheats way of doing it, but I don't know.
Like you change
Yeah,
the
yeah,
PS3
you
timer?
literally you go in and you change the date of it, and then if you do it to I think a week in advance, I'm pretty sure the person dies. I'm pretty sure that I didn't know that when I first.
And that
played
was
it.
satisfying for you to complete?
No, it was satisfying because when I did it the proper way, like it took forever to do. It took forever to complete because it was. You had to be really, really slow and meticulous when you did it. But honestly, like most of the bosses in that game, I could probably say was satisfying, especially like the end one, which I won't spoil. That one was pretty satisfying as well, and I guess I'd say the final boss of MGS4 as well. I'd say, just because I'd say more because, you know, it took up against this antagonist who you fought throughout the entire series, and it like kind of harkens back to all the other games. So I'd probably say that one as well because. I mean, damn, MGS just has so many good bosses. Like, I could think of, like, satisfying bosses from, like, all of the games. Like, yeah, there's so many. Not really from 5, because 5's awful for bosses. Like, this is why I think definitely if you guys, like, you definitely should play the old Metal Gear Solid games, because it's got some great bosses on it. Really good.
If I could find it or, like, get it on my PS3,
it's worth it for some of the bosses, because they're honestly amazing. Especially 3. 3 easily has the best bosses. There's no debate in that.
Yeah. Sweet. Looking forward to it. I mean, I've heard so many good things about Kojima and Metal Gear.
Konami.
Konami. So that would have been really bad if I said
we don't
that,
talk
so.
about them here. We don't associate those two.
Yeah. And then Death Stranding, hopefully that will come out in 2019.
Or 2020
sometime.
or 2021.
Yeah. Just think, in a couple months here, we'll be talking about PSX yet again. And I'm going to have PTSD from last one.
Oh man. You know what? They should just don't have a Paris Games Week and then like have a good PSX showing, because it's like, what was the point of having a PSX conference? It was so shit. It's like just sitting on a couch.
Oh, that was.
I remember for most of it was just me and Blue, and it was so boring.
Yeah.
We were sitting there, we're like I didn't even feel like talking to him because it was so boring.
I know.
Like we were both just like done with the show.
But I didn't watch.
Like, what the hell's going
Wait,
on?
which one was this?
I didn't watch it.
I remember me and Blue were watching the Ghost of Tsushima panel for PSX.
Oh, shit,
and
yeah.
we were like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, remember when they started playing Detroit and they played the same demo?
And
we've
people were
already
getting
seen?
so hyped, and I'm just like, I've seen this like
I've
10
seen
times
this
on
before.
Yeah.
fucking YouTube already.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my cat's like bombarding my webcam. She won't
Don't worry,
stop
I've already
now.
had my dad.
She's legit
I've
in
already
my
had my
webcam
dad
right
invade
now,
mine,
like-
so it's fine.
Oh, I remember one time my dad invaded during an E3 live stream, and people in my live stream were just like, "Ooh, we have a visitor."
This girl's like right in the webcam.
Yeah, but no, it's. I remember I watched that PSX, and then I think I gave up within about like the first 10 minutes of the first panel. I can't even remember which one it was. Which was the
Dude,
first
they
one?
legit.
The Ghost of
Like,
Tsushima
I
one
called
was
it.
the
Like
first
they
one.
brought out
Yeah, I
like
just gave
freaking
up.
couches and stuff and just sat down and started talking.
Yeah, and
like,
It was like,
they had like a hype montage too. Remember that?
yeah.
They actually did a montage of like, oh, this is old Sony again. They're gonna drop bombs. I didn't think that because they like gave a warning. If Sony gives a warning at any point, you know it's gonna be bad. Like the
You know
best
what?
Sony's
Was
the
it just
Sony that
me?
remains
Was it
quiet
just me,
before
or,
E3, and then they drop stuff.
Is it just like, you know, E3's been over for a month now, but was it just
Yeah.
me that felt Sony's conference this year was kind of like not very satisfying?
Yeah,
I just
there
felt
wasn't
like
much
the
new
way
stuff.
everything was set up, it felt so weird.
Are we talking about E3 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it,
mean,
just it didn't feel good.
I don't know, because
I don't
it's
know.
like, I don't know, because I feel like just the way that they've structured the conferences, like,
Yeah.
especially
yeah.
obviously this year's E3 and then PSX,
Oh my
I think
God,
has
my
been
cat, dude.
awful because it's just, like, especially with E3, I have no idea what they were going for because to have The Last of Us Part 2, like,
Yeah.
what's happening now is your cat, like, invading your webcam now.
Dude, she's like more in the webcam than I am.
No.
Take over the YouTube channel.
Legit. Dude. Come this
God's
way.
sake.
But like, yeah, as you said, I just thought that the way they structured it was so weird. It's
Yeah.
just like some of the things. It's like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
It's like, what was the point of having the Last of Us thing in that one room and then moving over? It's
Yeah,
like, what?
I remember it really well because obviously I watched the live stream live and it was like 2:30 a.m. in the UK.
Yeah.
And then it's like I'm trying to sit through that like interval break, and I legit fell asleep
Dude,
during
I
it,
give up.
and I almost overslept for when they eventually went back to the second like hall for the games. I almost overslept it because it was like it was just so boring. And then like even the games they showed up afterwards, apart from the ones that we already knew, other than like the Resident Evil 2 remake, which I think looks great, and
That's coming out in January as well.
and the teaser,
Looking
and then
forward
they
to
had
that.
also the teaser.
Oh yeah.
Then you had the teaser for Remedy's game. Like that whole conference, I thought was mediocre, apart from a few standouts.
Yeah. hmm And it's like Death Stranding didn't really like get me super hyped, and it's like, Spider-Man was more Spider-Man, so I was like, all right, that's fine. But like,
Yeah, Spider-Man. A lot of people went crazy over it, but like, not that the game looks bad. It looks great. I'm
it's
just saying,
I
we've,
think
like,
I've
we've seen
seen
it.
enough. I know what to expect from it. So, but yeah. Anyways, back on track. Shall we move on to the final? I guess. Well, we have one more final
Yeah.
thing we can talk about. So this is just a quick news segment that I guess I kind of thought of, or we were talking about it, me and Brandon. So I asked on Twitter for 3 games. So I guess if we do this segment again next week, leave 3 games that are kind of like, I guess, that are comparable. So like they're kind of like similar in ways, and also that you think are kind of like, I guess you could say the same level of quality, or you think they're like relatively the same. And then we kind of do this thing.
So
where
I
we
mean, like
pick
games
2.
that would make it harder, obviously.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the better the games, the harder it's gonna be to choose.
Basically,
so,
we
yeah.
pick 2 and kick 1. Kick 1 game. So I asked on Twitter. I only got 1 reply on Twitter. This was from Nicola for the win. You know what I find? It's like I leave a tweet, right, and it's like people interact with the tweet,
But they don't
people
leave
do
you a
like
They
message.
like
they
it,
like
and then
it,
they don't respond.
but then they
at
don't
all.
respond. I'm like, so what was the point of that? You see, I'm asking a question. I get you.
And you just don't
It's like you
answer.
like
Batman.
it, so that means you do see
Feels
it, and
bad,
you're
man.
like, all right, this is
Yeah.
I like the tweet, but it's like you don't answer. I'm like, okay, so we only got 1 reply because the tweet did get quite a few likes, and I was like, okay, well, why is there only 1 reply then?
Yeah.
So this one's from Nicola for the win, who has been supporting us quite a bit recently. I know he watched the last episode. He gave us 3 games: Nier, so I'm Nier Automata, Persona 5, and Bloodborne. For me, I can't really speak because I haven't played any of these
Dude,
games.
answer it. Just answer it.
Okay, fine. Kick Persona 5, pick Bloodborne and Nier.
You only did that to keep Phantom happy.
Sorry. No, I
Pick
mean,
Persona
no,
5,
no,
pick
because,
Nier and
like,
Bloodborne. I don't know.
I don't like. I
That's
don't like.
hard.
I don't.
I'm gonna-
I don't think I like
yeah.
those Japanese type of games, honestly.
You haven't played any of those games.
But they just
I'm
don't.
honestly
See,
gonna
they
pick
just,
Bloodborne.
They just don't seem like my type of games. Like I just don't think I would like them.
God's sake.
It comes down between Nier and Persona. I haven't played much of either. I mean, I played like 12 hours of Persona and I played like 2 hours of Nier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did play.
But I'd probably I don't really like. But there's a lot of things that Persona that I don't really like. So I'd probably just say Nier because I know it's gonna get really good. I've heard really great things about Nier. I just need to put in the
Yeah.
time to play it. So I'm just gonna pick Nier and Bloodborne
Yeah.
and then kick Persona.
I'd say the
5.
same thing as well, to be honest, because obviously I've beaten Bloodborne. I've played
Yeah.
only a little bit of Nier, but I was quite. I think it's quite interesting because I really enjoyed what I played of it. I've just never got the time to buy the game. Persona 5, I really don't have an interest in, just because like I'm with Justin. There's like, I don't know, just like that anime style of game. It doesn't really like appeal to me, and it's not because I hate anime. Like I've got nothing against it. It's just it's one of the mediums where it's like you can watch it, but you don't really pay that much attention during it. You just kind of phase out when you play it. So yeah, I'd probably just say, pick Bloodborne and Nier, and then kick Persona 5. Phantom's now going to kill me for saying that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we all.
So I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Same list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick Nier, Bloodborne, kick Persona 5.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So yeah, people definitely like leave those 3, 3 more games in the comments, so then we can like have.
I guess you could do 4, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I guess. Just to make it, spice things up a bit. If you have 4 games, pick 2, kick 2. Ooh, that'd be
That'd be easy though, I think.
really. You think? I don't know. What if you had like?
Usually I
What
say
if you had
pick
like?
1,
What if you had
kick
like?
3.
What if you had something like?
I don't know. Be interested. Like,
Pick-
give us different
pick-
formats. You could say
pick
pick 2, kick 2. You could say pick 1, kick 3. I feel like that's the hardest.
Pick 2, kick 2, Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. Oh God.
Pick 2.
Uncharted 2, Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I
kick
mean,
2.
actually, that wasn't that hard. Pick Uncharted 2, Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 3,
and
Uncharted
3.
All right, guys, we're not talking about Uncharted again.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
My cat.
we've been talking for about now, almost an hour, 10 minutes. We did have one more topic, but I think we're going to save it for next episode.
We're probably gonna save
Yeah,
it for
yeah,
next
'cause
week
it's,
since
like,
this one's already going on as long.
been gone.
Because if we talk about this topic, we're not gonna spoil
this
about
topic,
it. Don't spoil it.
This topic you can
Yeah.
talk about for quite a bit, and, you know,
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about it next week.
next week we'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
That'll
But
be
yeah, that
interesting.
was pretty much everything for this episode. Once again, you know, it's summer right now. A lot of the topics that we talked about were just like fan topics and stuff. There wasn't really much news topics that we actually talked about. So, I mean, it's probably going to be like that for the next few weeks. So that's why we kind of need your own topics, like fan stuff, fan questions, and, you know, this new segment that we added, the Pick 2 or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, we hope everyone enjoyed this week's episode of Gaming at its Core. We're once again trying to deliver a new episode every single week. We're keeping the promise of consistent uploads. You know, we can't fail that fast.
Not if I don't edit this upload or edit this podcast.
We gotta upload all the video clips fast, and we gotta like download and edit them, sync them all together.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed. Any final thoughts you guys want to add, or is that pretty much it?
No.
All right.
Yes,
no,
that's
well,
it. Yeah.
Just leave your stuff in the comments down below. Helps us out a lot.
Exactly
so,
what he said.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next week on Gaming at its Core.
See you guys.